this team throughout the season has shown itself to be pretty resilient.
Didn't really try to take on the D by himself. I like that. Very unselfish play.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Korver for 3. That's good. Korver's got his second basket of the night.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Lowry kicks to Davis. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Anthony Davis with a historic second season. His numbers comparable to some of the all-time greats. The highest player efficiency rating ever for a player his age.
So he gets them both.
And Davis becoming a go-to scorer in year 2, showing real comfort as an isolation scorer. In other words, having plays called for him where he just goes one-on-one. In fact, among players his age, with his volume of offense, he leads that group as the most efficient scorer in history.
Here's LeBron. Hill pulls it in.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Puts up the baby hook. And an air ball on that one. Way off. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night here. And Anthony Davis, one of only 6 players since 1980 to post a 40-point, 20-rebound, 3-block shot game. I mean, it was amazing. He, in fact, along with Shaq, Steve, the only 2 to do it before the age of 26.
Yeah, and also, you know, those 2, the only players since 1980 to have a streak of 6 games with at least 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block, and I memorized that last night.
Yeah, right, exactly. Here you go with the analytics again. You can twist those numbers to say anything you want them to.
You like them too, though, don't you, Clark?
I do, but they need to be balanced out, Kevin. You know, I'm not going to go overboard with the analytics.
Now, here is Lowry. 17 points in his last outing. Outside, Davis. Kicks to Gordon. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Expanding his range. And it's Dang in the corner. Outside, Davis. Left side, Davis. Back to Dang. In low to Davis. Pass to James. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
And Lowry gets it to go. Pelicans leading by 6. And Rubio kicks to James, and stolen by Gordon. Dang attacking. That's tipped. Outside Gordon. They get the rebound. On the wing, Davis. He's covered by Noel. Davis can't get that one to fall.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
And it's Rubio penetrating. On the wing, James. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
Boy, nice bucket. They were really playing intelligently here.
And even though the lead's not large, they've definitely got the upper hand.
Now here's Gordon, trailing here by 8.
Nothing dropping for him, so I think in the best interest of his team, he may need to think about not shooting right now.
And now it's a double-digit lead. 10 points for LeBron.
Well, they've yet to string many stops together.
It just seems like they've been a step slow here.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
This was a matchup they thought maybe they could exploit. Another team that struggled last year, but in this case, didn't work out. They lost both matchups.
For the Cavaliers, O'Neal's checked in for Hill. Butler comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Gordon. New Orleans also making some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Young comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Allen in for Ricky Rubio. Now here is Lowry. Leans from outside. And the shot falls short this time. Well, Steve, talking about it wasn't pretty for him last year, losing both games. And Frank, the expectations haven't been a whole lot higher this season.
You know, from my standpoint, I do think they've kept their expectations low. So, that being said, this is the kind of opponent they have to beat if they don't want to end up at the bottom of the standings again.
Davis with the bucket.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Pelicans leading by 11. Nobody near Allen. And another three for New Orleans.
Boy, Kevin, I like the way they've come out here. I mean, they're shooting it well and with confidence from outside. Just a good, strong start for them.
And it's Lowry penetrating. He feeds it to Butler. Launches it. Rebounded by Korver. New Orleans has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
I couldn't have dreamt of a much better start than what they've had here today.
Everything's worked, especially offensively, and what a lead they have already to show for it.
Davis can't get that one to fall.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul. Josh McRoberts has checked in for New Orleans. From deep, James can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to, I think, tone it down a little bit at the defensive end.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Cleveland. Blake comes in for Kyle Lowry. The Cavaliers trail by 15.
Cleveland didn't quite meet their expectations last year, in part by how poor they shot at home. Hard to get wins when everything you put up seems to rim out.
Now here's LeBron. 13 points in the game. Here's the three. Fires for three, and that one's good. LeBron's got 16 points.
And that's what's built them this early lead. Deadly shooting from behind the arc.
Yeah, the D better start getting out there on them, Steve, and soon.
Here's Blake. Releases. Jump shot is good. Blake's got his second bucket of the night. Pelicans leading by 14. Unloads from 13. The dive for the ball. Wow, way off on that one. Cleveland's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. And Johnson with the stuff.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys at the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeks. That's what those alley-oops do, though. Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And the Cavaliers call time here. JaVale McGee, a 7-footer with length and athleticism, can certainly play in the perimeter defensively. Guards the rim so well, and Steve, you know, he can reach over 2 feet above the rim.
That's unbelievable. You look at him, Kevin, all the physical traits you look for in an elite pivot man. No question for McGee is just his decision-making and his development, you know, his focus. He's capable of making a spectacular play, but can he make the fundamental one? And that's what's held him back to this point.
A different look now for Cleveland. Hansbrough's checked in for O'Neal. Davis comes in for Mario Chalmers. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for Steve Blake. And then for New Orleans, Young's checked in for Josh McRoberts. Robert Covington comes in for LeBron. And Smart subbed in for Kyle Korver.
And McGee's flair for the unexpected, if you want to call it that, has made him a blooper reel regular. I mean, if he can just focus on being fundamentally sound and stay away from the extracurriculars, I think he could be one of the best centers in the game.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New Orleans.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
Steve Blake's checked in for Cleveland. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Hawes is checked in. Davis with the bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies, be physical. And JaVale McGee and Andre Blatch applying to play for the Philippines in the World Cup this past summer. Never shy when it comes to breaking with convention.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Blake. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. Hansbrough misses.
That's a great shot if there's 1 second left in the game.
Yeah, that would be the good time to do it. Not now, though.
Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. While there's a break in the action, let's take a look at the players who had the most steals in the league last season. Second, Ricky Rubio. Thaddeus Young, third.
Well, they were so good anticipating passes and really disrupting offenses with their defense.
Here's Smart. The Hail Mary from beyond half court is off target. Here's Davis. They get it again. Goes back up. That's good. Blake's got his third basket of the night right there. 1:32 left to play in the first quarter.
And poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
And it's Butler missing. Pelicans leading by 10. Cannot hit. Here's Johnson. Here's Hansbrough. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, let's check out the story on Spencer Hawes. Very nice season for him last year. He averaged 13 a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And just bringing in size like his off the bench can be a difference maker.
Well, you know, to be able to keep bringing in capable big men for a strong rotation, that can wear down other teams.
Smart misses.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
The Pelicans shooting 42% to begin this game. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Blake. The half-court bomb falls off target. Heaves it up. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, let's take a look at where New Orleans ended up rank-wise in the league last year, Kevin. First in blocks, 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks. Because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
You know, the Pelicans did not have the best overall record last year, but they were a nightmare matchup for a lot of teams in the East, and they had a really good out-of-conference record.
And a fast break now for the Pelicans. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Covington. 6 to shoot. For 3. And it's good. And the Pelicans lead by 12.
For 3.
Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. Blake for 3. Oh, he got it!
Boom! Buzzer! Knock it down! Right at the horn. Oh, what a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
The new season in the NBA.